Hey there, Lara here. In this video, I want to share an interview I did with one of our clients, Jenny. One of the things that stood out to me about her story is that she almost didn't do this because she had a very clear picture in her head of what salespeople are like, and she wanted nothing to do with that. So, in this conversation, she explains what shifted for her and why she realized that this was actually a completely different skill than she expected. If you've ever thought, I'm not a salesperson, I think you'll really relate to this. So let's dive in.
All right. Hello, everyone, and especially hello to you, Jenny. It's nice to see you.
It's so
Very,
nice to see you.
very excited for today's conversation because you are someone that is not just certified, but you've already made some serious impact in the real world as well. And we're so, so proud of you. You're 21. Where are you living right now? Remind me
I'm
again.
living in Alberta, Canada.
You're in Canada. I wanted
Yeah,
to say Canada, but I wanted to make sure I got it right too. And
yeah,
you're just getting started with this career, and you're already giving me amazing updates and feedbacks on your journey. 38% closing rate, this beautiful little team that you're involved with right now. It's just all a bit wild and wonderful. And I thought it would be really, really helpful to everybody and for me to get to know you as well a little bit more. That we hear what your journey actually felt like, what kind of growth was happening, what tough moments you might have experienced, and then now how you're using these skills in the real world. So thank you for being here and coming and having a chat to me today. And let's dive in. Let's start with who are you? Who's Jenny, and what sort of drew you to the program in the first place?
yeah. So I basically was a full-time traveler before finding the program, and I was backpacking for about a year already at that point. So it was kind of my self-discovery trip, I
Nice.
guess you could say. And it was really good in that aspect, but at the same time, I was in Japan for a little bit of context, and I'm half Japanese, so I have the passport. So I was working while I was there as well.
Mhm.
Um, so I kind of went from working 3 months, traveling 3 months, working 3 months, traveling 3 months, and I just realized that's not sustainable forever. It's not something that I want to be doing forever. So when I found the program, I was very excited to see a way out of that, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so the flip-flopping of having to work hard for a short period and then starting from scratch, basically 3 months later after you've done the traveling. Oh, so to fix that consistent income from anywhere in the world, is that it in a
Yeah.
nutshell? Okay, I'm with you. That's why I'm here, and that's why I love working online. Awesome. So, did you have any hesitations? Like, was anything sort of making you think, oh, maybe not for me, or not sure if well, was there any hesitation? Did you go through?
Absolutely. Yeah, there was definitely my own limiting belief and my own just idea of what a salesperson is and looks like and how they act. And I think I had such an old like image, I guess, of salespeople. And then also my older brother is a salesperson.
Okay,
And at the time, he was door knocking. So for me, I was like, I don't want to do that.
it's not for me.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a whole different world. And so I think when I actually heard about what the program is and what it is that I would be doing, it was so different that I was like, it's not the same game.
Worlds away and therefore more aligning for you
Yes,
in some
absolutely.
ways. Yeah, okay, well that's important. um and so yeah, thinking about hesitation, what finally nailed it home for you started to think, oh, I could do that? What was the thing, or what was going there?
Yeah, I honestly do think that I think it was when I was journaling actually, and I was trying to think of what my future looked like, even for the next 6 months.
Mhm.
And I couldn't think of something that didn't feel exhausting
Mm.
because, yeah, like a lot of the work that I was doing when I was traveling was very high labor, I guess you could say,
Okay, yeah.
because
yeah, like I wasn't fluent in Japanese, so I was doing all the background work.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think just thinking into the future, like I guess for the people who are in the program, just the future pace and desire and building that in my own head, I
Yeah,
realized like I need to make a change. Otherwise, like my situation's not going to change either.
yeah, yeah. That's a sort of a moment of realization that I've got to sort of fix this myself,
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
moment. Yeah, super important to have that. Um, so let's flash forward to being in the program and you've backed yourself and you've thought, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go for this, I can do this, it's different to what I thought. Um, what surprised you most about the experience, either the training or maybe even about yourself?
I think the most surprising part was the first bit of like the self-improvement and
Yeah.
the self-development chunk. I was
Okay.
like, oh, this is part of sales? I didn't realize. I was like, why do I need to like read a book, which I think I had already started that book, so it was perfect. But yeah, I was like, I wonder where like how this plays a role. But the farther you go and like the deeper you go into it, it all makes so much sense.
And that comes back to alignment as well, doesn't it? That originally you're thinking sales is outside of me, it's something that other people do and do badly on the most part, or do unethically, or do without heart, or without empathy or compassion for the people. But when we flip that, actually, it's more about identity. You get to decide the standard that you do something, you get to decide how you do something. So is there a feel good factor for you in what you're doing now? Or do you feel good when you're doing your job
Yeah.
now? But it's your job now. Oh my God, that's amazing. Do you feel good?
Yeah. Definitely. I honestly think that I found such a good offer to be on, especially just to find my footing in the remote sales industry as a whole. But then also like I was telling you, the team is so
Yeah,
warm, like they're all just so supportive to the point where you're like, is this real? Like we've never even met in real life before. Why are you guys so supportive of me? Like we've never even had a
that's
full
good.
conversation, but they're
Yeah,
fully backing everything. Every single time I post a sale, they all reply and they're like, whoa, congrats. Like
amazing.
you're doing amazing. So
Well, and we
that,
could talk about multiple things from there, but the last update you gave me was, you were starting to really gain some ground. You also
mm,
said, because you're brilliant at growing and staying in a growth mindset, I've still got some things to learn, which is really great to acknowledge as well. But you did also say that the close rate was around about 38%.
yeah, so I was at 38% and then I think I took like one one more full day of calls and I had a few tough prospects and so for the end of the month it
Well,
was 31% that I finished with. Yeah.
well above average. Amazing. And we just have to remind everybody that you're 21. This is basically your first career sort of job,
Yeah.
and you're already doing so well. It's amazing. Tell us a little bit about the company you're working for, because that'll be something people are curious about. Like, okay, once I've got the skill and once I
Mm.
understand this identity, this person that I need to be that helps people make decisions, what kind of, what's the end result there? Where will I end up? So where have you ended up? Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so it was actually through the Go Sales portal and through that platform that I found them or they found me, not sure. But either way, we found each other, had an interview, and it's a health and wellness offer, and it's a program to help people heal their eczema. And I've never personally had eczema. I've actually never even known anyone close to me who had eczema or has eczema. But when I just read the job description, even, I was like, oh, wow, they're really clearly mission driven. They're here to help people, and it's for the long term. Like, they're not selling creams or products, they're selling like literally a lifestyle shift and building habits. It honestly like is similar to the first bit of this program.
Yeah, the
Like, it is the
perspective shift.
self-development.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
so that was really big for me. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's really nice. Back again to alignment, isn't it? Did you intend to work in the health and wellness space, or was that a surprise to you, or was that intentional?
That was intentional. I was definitely looking in the health, wellness, fitness, and nutrition niches for sure. I think that's just naturally that's what I am pulled towards.
Yeah.
But I think health and wellness definitely aligns the most, and
Yeah.
the skin related offer is definitely in alignment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice to be able to relate to something, but also I've had cousins and I've not had friends that have suffered with things like eczema, and it can be confidence damaging and self-esteem
Yes.
damaging. And so, a solution to these types of problems is really needed. And it's
Yeah.
really the last resort for some people as well to help them make those decisions to really get stuck in on solving their problem. How does that feel? How did the first time that happened feel, by the way? The first time
Yeah.
actually somebody trusted you enough to say, yeah, I'm going to fix this.
It felt amazing, and it honestly felt so natural. Like it wasn't a conversation where I was trying to like pull them into the program or like
Mm.
sell the program necessarily. Like I genuinely was just following the process, going through the script, asking the questions. And she, like, it was a mom because we have an adults program and a kids program.
Mhm.
And the mom was just so open to sharing, like, what they've already tried, how much her son has been struggling. And so I think just being able to hold that space for them and then offer the solution,
Yeah.
like, and have
The
them
actual
say, yeah,
solution.
this is it.
Yeah.
Like, this
Yeah.
is gonna work. It honestly, it felt like it. Yeah.
So nice to have a solution for people and nice to be able to actually get to a point where somebody says, yeah, this is perfect for me. I needed this. Good
Yes.
feelings. And a little boy getting some help, the much needed help that he needed probably as well by
Yeah,
helping his
absolutely.
parents. Yeah, amazing. So let's go briefly back to the program, I suppose, or what you've been learning. And you mentioned that the one of the nicest things for you was the self-development phases. That was quite surprising that we started there. So
Yeah.
is there a sort of a clicking moment or a shift in your mindset that changed the way that you were thinking about things or the way that you were showing up? Was there some moment? Lots of people tell me that the Slight Edge is the book that basically is the game changer. But is there something for you?
Yeah, I honestly think that it was, I'm not sure exactly which video it was or like what the title of the training was, but it was the one where you were explaining like the difference between external pressure and internal pressure and how ethical sales comes from just like leading a conversation, being a leader in a conversation, and then having the internal pressure build up for the prospect
Yeah,
so that they want to make the change from themselves. And it's not from you, it's not from like pressuring them about what other people will think. Like it really is their decision. And that really
like
clicked
that.
for me.
I love that that's a clicky moment for you because it's just fundamental for us to understand if we're going to be ethical in this world. It's definitely the case that real influence is not pressure. It's getting somebody to back themselves. It's getting somebody to root for their own cause to some degree. And that's really why I feel so good. Um, and especially when it's somebody, a little boy that needs this solution, this
Mhm.
thing to happen. Um, wow,
Yeah.
great. And that shifts your perspective on what's possible for people, doesn't it, as well? What's actually possible for people to achieve. Um,
Yeah.
go on.
Oh, sorry. I had a thought that even outside of the sales world, it's also a helpful realization to have just in regular day-to-day conversations because, yeah, it's just like it's huge when you're not coming from a place of like trying to convince someone or trying to push your beliefs or values onto someone else, but
Yeah,
you're literally just asking questions
yeah.
and sometimes planting seeds if they're a really stubborn person, and then having them come to that realization. or even just being a little bit more open-minded by the end of the conversation, that's a win.
Yeah, and that's influence, isn't it? It's the
Yeah.
difference between putting pressure on people to be different and positively influencing them to have what they want, to be more comfortable, to move forward, to progress. Well,
Yeah.
you're going to be an amazing leader. You're already amazing leader, with results like these, and you're just going to keep going and going and going. I'm sure of that. It's so exciting for me to see. I hate to bang on about it, but you are only 21, and it's just so cool to see you on this path already, and helping
Yeah.
people that are obviously much older than you even make these powerful decisions, which comes squarely down to you and your skill and your character and just how you've shown up for yourself. So you can be very, very proud of what you've achieved over the last few months. What's your timeline, by the way, Jenny? How long did it take you to get to here? When did you join us?
Good question. I believe I joined in October. I think it's actually been about a year now.
So we're just about a year, and you're how many months into this offer now?
Into this offer, I just passed that 2 month mark. So yeah, I will say though I did take a break when I was in the impact closing school. I took like a 1 or 2 month break to focus fully on traveling and be present with where I
I
was.
remember when you took a bit of a break. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
cool.
there is that.
Let's just yeah, cool.
Mhm.
So with a little bit of a break, and you've been in Europe for 2 months. So yeah, we
Yeah.
were just within the year of a full turnaround of
Mhm.
going from inconsistent, having to back and forth on everything, to now consistent income, consistent hours, consistent team. Are you going
Yes.
traveling again? What's the next plan? What's next on the
Yeah,
books?
definitely. So I got a car, and the next big trip is going to be an across Canada road trip. That's the
Oh,
next big one.
amazing. Oh, I'm really, really jealous. I have to get my mum to Canada one day. It's a dream of hers. It's a promise I've made
Really?
as well. I better do it quick. And maybe now I have a friend in Canada, no?
Yeah, yeah,
Right? And we're
absolutely.
basically the same. I'm British and you're
Yeah.
Canadian, right? So we're basically the
Same
same,
thing.
same. I would love that. It's a dream destination. And my mum's definitely, it's been the place that's top of her bucket list. One day we'll get there. Well, a
Yeah.
road trip sounds good. Sounds fantastic, actually. And you bought yourself a car, did you say?
Yes, yes. So I bought a Subaru Outback.
Oh,
So it's a
fancy.
big, long SUV, but I can sleep in it. That's why I got
Oh,
it. So that's
okay.
the plan.
I like your
Yeah.
style. This sounds awesome. I did an opposite thing. I did an American road trip when I was younger, when I was around about 20, which was very, very fun. Lots and lots of good memories.
America.
I don't think I could manage a road trip these days. It might have to be a few hotels along the way. of, of posh saunas and things like that. No, I'm just kidding. Um, Okay, so and you're sticking with this team for a little while now. You feel like you're growing there, you're getting lots of support.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Honestly, like another reason I should have mentioned was the reason that I mentioned this team specifically
Yeah,
is because they really wanted to see me in like the long-term growth aspect and in the growth of the business and well and supporting that because I think they've only been around for like 5, 6 years, so it's not like the oldest company out there, but they're growing so much recently that they've actually just like they've rolled out a new offer. The kids program started like 1 or 2 years ago, so we're just seeing all of these people like come through the kids program for the first time, and it's just like yeah, on an upwards um what
trajectory.
is the yeah, project. And
Yeah,
so
real
yeah, definitely staying for a
fantastic.
while.
Well, that's nice, and this is all comes squarely back around to you entered the business with a skill set that they needed.
Yeah,
Right, brilliant.
absolutely.
So you're valuable from the get-go, and they can see that long-term value in having you as part of the business and making this real big impact. I love it,
Yeah.
Jenny. I absolutely love it. And thank you for always showing up so fully, and even today coming back to spend a bit of time with us, even as busy as you are living your life. But you are absolute proof that age, background, experience do not define what's possible for you. Only you can define that, the ownership of what you're doing, and you're a living example of what can happen when someone commits, backs themselves, and lets their actions speak. So I can't wait to see what you do next. Jenny, will you come back and update us?
You. Yes, of course I will. Of course I will.
Amazing.
Yeah, I do check into the community as well.
Yeah.
I don't post as much anymore, but I do check in every once in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know where we are. It's always
Yeah.
a pleasure having you around. I'm rooting for you, and on to the next thing, and bigger and better. And congratulations on everything you've achieved. See you on the next one.
Yeah. See you on the next one.
Bye, Jenny.